Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and on today's video I am going to do a mukbang. I think that's how you pronounce it. So let me show you guys my delicious food. So in my bag I have shrimp, mussels, potatoes, and corn. Usually when I get this I get crab, but I really did not feel like fighting for my food today. And also I have a cut on my finger, so me digging my hand in all this hot food trying to get crab was not a good idea. So I just kept it cute with the mussels and the shrimp. And while I eat this delicious food, I thought it would be a good idea to do a story time. So let's just get right into it. So the story time I want to talk about is the first time I ever went to RollingLoud. Girl, y'all, this is so good. When I eat mussels, I really love to keep the mussel inside of the shell and just scoop all like the sauce and stuff into the shell. Let me show you guys. Oh girl, some potato got on there. It's all right. Some potato got on top of it, but the mussel's in here, and I scoop like on the sauce and I just like take it back. I'm sorry, I feel really awkward eating on camera and looking at myself eating. But anyways, I wanted to tell you guys how I went to RollingLoud the first time and the last time, because I probably wouldn't purchase tickets again. I would probably only go to RollingLoud if I had a friend who had a friend who had a friend who would hook me up with backstage tickets where the celebrities and rich people be at, because they be living large back there. And the regular tickets that me and my friends purchased to go to the concert, they were just like, you know, regular admission tickets, and we were not living large at all. But needless to say, the concert was actually really good. It was just everything else that comes with RollingLoud that was just a little bit too much for me. Also, I'm a little older. I'm 24. At the time that I went, I was 23. And it was cool for an experience, but it was just like a lot going on. Basically, it's just a lot of things that come with going to big concerts and festivals like that you cannot control. Ooh, spicy. And I did not like that. So first things first, the concert is a 3-day concert. So it was a long one. It was from Friday all the way to Sunday. They had different performers perform every day. And the bigger performers performed later on in the afternoon and at nighttime. And then they would have one major artist close the show each night. This is the shrimp I'm about to eat. Hold on, let me just. Y'all, I freaking hate like the legs and stuff and like the head on the shrimp. I don't understand how people can eat shrimp with the heads on it. Any food, like fish, any seafood where I can see the head and all that stuff, I'm really disgusted. Any food in general where I have to see the head and look at the head, I'm just disgusted. So I always get my shrimp with no head on it. But of course, I still gotta take like the body part off because it's fresh. This shrimp has a lot of boo-boo in it. Gross. The fuck? Too much boo-boo. I'm not fucking eating that shit. The next shrimp. So basically, like I said, the smaller artists would perform earlier throughout the day, because literally the performances started from like 11, 12-ish in the afternoon all the way until 11 o'clock at night. And then a lot of the times, even though the concert was supposed to end at like 11, 12-ish, every night the concert ended at like 1-ish, because it was just so much going on. The mussels are my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. And so basically, me and my friends, we were all 21 and over, so we wanted our hotel room to be on the strip in Miami, so we could be near all of like the clubs, all of the bars, all that stuff. But the concert was like 20 minutes away from our hotel room. And the concert was all the way at the stadium, which was farther out. Whew. So the ride to the stadium was supposed to take like 20, maybe 25 minutes tops. But it would literally take us an hour to actually get to the concert every single day because the traffic was ridiculous. So we would literally have to take an hour commute back and forth to the concert and from the concert. And getting to the concert wasn't even that bad. It was actually leaving the concert every single night. Just because mostly everybody, including myself, we all would Uber and Lyft. And then, of course, the concert was outside all day. And just our luck, it was raining. What the fuck? Yeah. And just our luck, it was raining the entire weekend. And they didn't have any tents or anything for us outside once it started raining. Now, the first 2 days, the rain wasn't that bad. But on Sunday, it was pouring down raining. Like they were selling little ponchos and stuff for us to wear because it was raining so bad. And all we could do was just stand out in the rain or go home. So once you entered the concert, and if you decided to leave, you were not allowed to go back in because they all gave us these wristbands, which were our tickets, and we couldn't take them off. And so every day we had to all get in line and go to the concert and get our wristbands scanned in, and that's how we would all get in there. Now I'm gonna let y'all know how everything went day by day. The first day was the craziest, just because I don't think people realized, even myself, how big this concert actually was. It was so many people who were so drunk, so out of it. They were falling out everywhere. What I will say is that they had a lot of good security and they had a lot of good ERs on standby. Even though the concert is called Rolling Loud, no weed was allowed out there because, of course, weed is illegal in Miami. But I'm sure a lot of people were already high already when they came out there because they was acting a fool. And the concert was set up like a big field, and they had 3 stages, 2 stages on one side and then one really big stage on the opposite end. And on the really big stage, most of all the bigger artists would perform on that stage, and also the last performer would perform on that stage to close the show down. Honestly, I really don't remember all of the rappers and artists who performed that entire weekend, but I do remember every artist who closed the show. On Friday, J. Cole closed the show. On Saturday, who closed the show Saturday? Oh, yeah, on Friday, some of these shrimp I'm just not feeling. On Friday, J. Cole closed the show. On Saturday, Travis Scott closed the show. And we really didn't even get to see Travis Scott because me and my friends were trying to leave early so that we can go make it to the club. I'm going to say more details about that in a minute. And Sunday, Future closed the show. My favorite performance, I will say, was J. Cole. Future also did amazing, but I just really like J. Cole. I like how all his music has a message, and J. Cole sounds exactly like he does on his music in person, in live. He sounds exactly the same. Future, when he performed, he brought out a lot of big artists, and he did really good as well. He had a lot of good energy. He brought out Nicki Minaj, Meek Mills. It was like crazy. And he brought out Chris Brown. The 2 main things that I just didn't like about the concert was that we were outside, and like I said, it was raining a lot that weekend. It was really bad weather, and they had nothing for us to keep us dry, and we had to just stand outside and just get muddy and wet and disgusting. Also, oh my gosh, we had porta potties. Thinking about them porta potties make me want to vomit, especially right now. I'm eating food. But we had porta potties, and so the first day the porta potties weren't that bad, But the porta potties literally stayed out there for the entire weekend. It was one of the most disgusting things ever. And I overall just really didn't care for being outside and all that dirt and rain and all that stuff. That's just not my thing. Ugh, this is too much shit. I'm not about to eat that. But some of the good things about the concert is that you've seen so many artists. Like, I'm sure I've seen about 15 to 20 artists that I would probably never go see again. Not because they're bad, it's just I'm not a really big concert person like that. But you get to see so many artists all in one concert, and they all did really good. And that's one thing I did really enjoy. So good. I want to make sure I like drench it in the sauce. I'm gonna use my spoon to scoop up the potatoes so I can get all the sauce and all that stuff together. But also, everybody who was there at the concert all had positive and good vibes. It was no fighting. It was no crazy acting. Literally, everybody who was there just really enjoyed music, and we all just really wanted to have a good time. If it looks like I got shorter, it's because I'm sitting on my butt, and earlier I was on my knees, but my feet are like falling asleep, and I could not sit like that no more. All right. The potatoes so good. So this is why I probably would never buy a regular ticket to go to RollingLoud concert, because me and my friends got lucky. In the hotel we were staying at, one of the artist's security guards was staying there as well. And so of course we didn't know him, but on our way to our room one night, coming home at like 5, 6 in the morning, the security guard seen us, and I guess he noticed our RollingLoud wristbands, and he was like, "Are y'all here for RollingLoud?" And we were like, "Yeah," but you know, we was kind of skeptical because he was a stranger, you know, stranger danger, and we were just like, "Yeah, we're here," whatever. And so he was like, "I work for blah 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 blah," who was a really known artist, and he was like, "I have artist wristbands. If y'all want them, y'all can have them," because the artist he worked for performed on Saturday and they were leaving. So he was like, "I have these extra wristbands. All we're gonna do is throw them away anyways. Y'all can have them." And so we was like, hell yeah. So he was on a different floor than us. And of course, we did not go to his hotel room, but we waited in the hallway for him. And he came down and he gave us literally the artist wristbands. So we were very blessed and very thankful that we had got them. So on the last day, we were able to enjoy the concert in the private for artists backstage area. And that was even a bigger blessing that had happened on that day, because Sunday was the worst day when it came to the weather. It was literally pouring and raining. It was raining so bad. Now in the backstage celebrity area, honey, when I tell you they had clubs back there, they had multiple clubs. They had tents, they had chairs, like comfortable chairs and rugs for everybody. They had bars in like each little corner where you can buy alcohol. Now they were also selling alcohol in the main area where we were at. Literally, when I say it was like you were in the bar backstage, it was so nice. And you can't even compare how we were sitting back there behind backstage in the artist area to how we were walking around on the floor outside in the heat and the rain. It was just crazy. Also, of course, they did not have porta potties. They had like these 2 big trailers, and they created literally a women's bathroom and a men's bathroom with these trailers. And they had toilets, tissue, mirrors. You can wash your hands, everything. We would have did more stuff back there and like walked around and see more stuff if it wasn't raining so bad. Because it was raining so bad on the last day, it kind of just blew all of us, and we really just wanted to go home. But of course we didn't leave because we paid all this money to be here. But we just stayed like backstage in like the club area where they had like nice ass comfortable ass chairs, and we just smoked cigars and drank and watched the performance from where we were at. I'm happy that I got to go and I just experienced that concert because it was fun. It was cool or whatever. But like I said, being outside, using porta potties, all that stuff, being on your feet all day or being on the ground, concrete, sit on the floor is not my thing. But if it is your thing and you like being outside and all that stuff, then you should definitely go. And also, if you never went before, I think it'll be just fun for you to go, just to see how it is and see if you really like it, if you want to go. The last thing I will say about Rolling Loud that was really frustrating, just because me and my friends were over 21 and we was trying to get to the clubs after the concert, was just getting home. The first night, literally we walked for like an hour. All of us, like all the people who were at the concert, we all were like walking in packs for like an hour or 2 hours trying to get Ubers and Lyfts. Literally, the Ubers and Lyfts were trying to charge people 100 and up to give us a ride home. And I'm sure all of them made hella money that weekend. The first night getting home was the worst, just because no one knew how big this concert was, how much traffic it was, how everybody was stuck in traffic. We would schedule Ubers and we literally could not reach them because they would be 4, 5, 6 blocks down because they were stuck in traffic. So we had to walk all the way down there to go meet them, and that's if they didn't leave us and cancel the ride. Also, the stadium and the concert was kind of in like the hood area, so we were all walking like in the hood. Luckily, no one bothered us, just because they knew we were a whole bunch of tourists and it was like hundreds of us all walking together. There were some people who were so drunk they was laid out, passed out on the concrete in the parking lots, on the sidewalk, like everywhere. I like to just drink the juice out of the mussel shells. Whew. Ooh, I needed a water break. But the other 2 days was really hard getting home as well. That's why we missed Travis Scott's performance, because we was trying to hurry up and get home so we can make it to the club. Even though we got home earlier than the other 2 days, we still got home late as fuck because the traffic was just ridiculous and there was no way to get around it. Unless you had a private helicopter or something, you were gonna be stuck in traffic. But my food is almost gone, so I need to wrap this story time up. Overall, like I said, the concert was pretty cool. A nice experience. I just didn't like all that outside shit. I just wasn't feeling it. Let me take a bite of this corn. I used to get my seafood like this really hot. But after eating a big bag like this that used to be super hot, it would make my body feel weird. Like I would get like the jitters and stuff, and I just felt like nauseous because it was just so hot. And I was like, I'm not gonna mess up my body over trying to eat some super hot food. But it used to be so good. Girl, I'm making a mess. Y'all, got 2 shrimp left. Hopefully these don't have a whole bunch of boo-boo in them and I can actually eat them. Let's see. But a girl like me, if y'all ever see me out there again, I would definitely have to have the hookup to get the backstage artist tickets so I can be back there, you know, living comfortably. The last shrimp. Y'all, I still cannot believe I'm making a mukbang. And I decided to make a seafood mukbang because these are the only mukbangs I like to watch. I cannot watch people eat anything other than seafood. I actually hate watching people eat. It kind of grosses me out. I'm just gonna scoop my shrimp up with this spoon so I can get as much juice and flavor from the sauce as possible. That's gone. Ooh. Now it's empty. Whew, that was good. I need to wash my hands and get myself together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on my other social medias. It's Muskantet, just like my YouTube. But I will see you guys next time. Bye.